Okay, here we go again. Star Trek. I just watched Discovery and I have problems to figure out how to say what I felt because I'm not an English native, but I try to get closer to it. Yeah. Okay, my biggest issue here is, like always, the writing. This time it felt a bit more like Star Trek in the beginning, but what I didn't like was that they had to really drag the cage into it, and not because I perceive the cage as canon or lore, but because it isn't. It was a rejected pilot, and all what we know in canon was brought to us in the menagerie, which brings a few problems because, yeah, Spock gets led to Talos 4 by the Talosians. All what we have seen was the Talosians. Yeah, logical, why not? And in the menagerie, Spock does not bring up the fact that he was there already, that he has been helped by the Talosians, and that this might have been one of the reasons why he went on to mutiny and bring Pike to Talos 4. I mean, it could have saved a lot of time and cleared things up in the menagerie, but it didn't happen that way. And this is a big problem with Discovery, because every time they try to get into canon, they fuck it all up with bullshit that never happened in canon. And then we have Veena. Yeah, I don't know why they had to drag her into this. I mean, it's a nice thought and all, but it wasn't really necessary. Didn't need to happen. Talos 4 itself, yeah, it was nicely done. Have to give them that. Also, our gay couple, yeah, turns out they didn't like this couple in the writer's room because they broke it up again. Hey, what? Why? Also, Vogt Tyler. Yeah, there was a little skirmish in the lounge, which is logical because, yeah, Starfleet as a halfway military organization allows such things. Yeah, right. And of course, the guy who broke our dear doctor's neck, afterwards, it looks like that, they're no bestest buddies ever. I don't know what to say. It's a bit stupid. And speaking of stupid, Section 31. I need coffee. Section 31. It is shown in the show as an organization within Starfleet, within the governance body of the Federation of Planets. It is able to give orders to officers of Starfleet. It is able to tell people to go fuck yourself and go to debriefing on Starbase 11. It is also allowed to do shit that is so unsecure that it probably would kill people for no good reason, but yeah, because plot. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. All we know of is that Section 31 was a black ops organization within the Earth government in the time of Archer. And already back then, the governing body didn't really know it exists there was police doing police work in regards of the missing doctor of the NX class Enterprise. And they had no idea that this might have been a Black Ops organization doing. No one was able to help them, but our dear chief of, let's call it military tactics of the back then Enterprise. In DS9, nobody even knew they existed. All they knew is that it was disbanded far, far, far before the 23rd century. And after that, it's basically a completely illegal organization. So why did they write Section 31 into the show as a totally normal security agency like CIA, FBI, the German BND? It's not. It's illegal. It does illegal shit. And it does dangerous shit to their own people within the Federation. And sorry, this isn't how this works. And also, the biggest mess up is science in this show. Science and fake science. Fake science in terms of what Star Trek shows us as science. It has to be plausible, it has to be logical, included into all of the science of Star Trek. So, what do you do when a ship interferes with your transporter beam? Well, there's one option. You give in, you shut down your transporter's beam. Which means, if you try to transport someone that is very important to you and someone interferes with this, risking the lives of said person, and one option is to shut down your transporter beam, and you are on a pretty beefy, mighty, heavily armed starship. Then you have another option. Blow those fuckers out of space. Problem solved. But we have another problem. They are near Starbase 11. They said 2 light years away from Talos 4. Okay, they get interfered before they reach Starbase 11 by teleporting over 2 light years. That's not how this works. It's a teleporter. It needs to be near a planet or near the target area, near an asteroid, another ship. You need to be in visible range, and back then you couldn't beam over light years. It didn't work. Kelvinverse is Kelvinverse. Original Star Trek has its own science, its own laws. You can't just muddle it up. But this is exactly what Star Trek Discovery is. It's a muddled up gobbledygook, or whatever you will call it, between Kelvin Star Trek and TV Star Trek, which we know. It's 2 completely different universes. Just stop mixing it up. Try harder to get to canon, or try harder to be like the Kelvinverse, but don't say it's canon and then do shit that isn't canon. You can't do that. It doesn't work. And before I watched season 1, I was even convincing myself that I might even like this shit. That I might even like the McCrory Enterprise, which I never really did. But they even fucked up the damn starship. They put holes in the saucer, they made it all spinny and flashy and pizza cuttery. And, what? Why? Just keep it Star Trek. Don't try to be Star Wars. Okay, if you like what I do here, give me a thumbs up. If not, do this too. It helps me. It helps the growth of my channel. And yeah, I hope that I will do this more often. It helps with my English, it helps with my own little problems to get out there and talk to people and something like this. And I hope we see us again. Bye.